Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3. Today, we're going to have just a short practice. It will include being both on the ground and some standing work. So I got Leo the cat with me today. It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful morning. So let's get going. We're going to start at the top of our mat today, similar to that day 1. If you remember, we came into that standing kind of presence. We're going to start there again. So go ahead and get to the top of your mat. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. So we're not going to be looking for a wide stance to begin. And once again, we're going to turn our palms out away from us and close your eyes. When we opt to rotate the shoulders back and down and turn the palms forward, we are in a very symbolic way opening our heart to the day ahead, to the people that we'll see, to whatever comes into our experience. It's a beautiful way to just squeeze those shoulder blades, illuminate the heart forward, and with grace and gratitude, just step into your body and step into your practice. Feel your feet rooted in, all 4 corners of the feet, the top and the back of the foot, fully connected, fully engaged. Travel your mind up to your knees. Squeeze your knees upward. Notice how that fires up the quadriceps. A slight tuck of your tailbone so that we're not having this exaggerated curve in the back. And as we travel up, the belly is soft. The ribs are drawn slightly in. The heart is lifted. The chin is neutral. There's no tension in the jaw. The eyes are softly closed, and the crown of the head is floating towards the ceiling. This is what we call mountain pose. It's a pose of presence and a pose of strength. On your next in-breath, you're going to circle your arms to the sky, maybe open your eyes, catch a glimmer of light, grab your left wrist, and we're going to pull over to the right. So we're taking this big side bend here. You can even exaggerate this by sticking your left hip out and imagine for a moment the C shape that your spine has created. Next in-breath, arms are going to reach back to the sky. You're going to capture the right wrist, pull over to the left, exaggerate the hip by sticking the right hip out just a little bit. See that beautiful C shape of your spine. Next in-breath, we rise back up. We're going to circle our arms behind us today. Interlace your fingers like a basket. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to draw a line with our nose up to the sky. Beautiful. And now draw your eyes to your chest, dropping the chin, feeling that stretch through the shoulders and the neck. We're going to add on to this just a little bit. Unslip the hands from the basket. Inhale, arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist. On your exhale, pull to the right. We're just going to follow our breath here. Inhale back to the sky. Grab your right wrist and exhale, pull left. Come back to the sky. Take a breath. On your exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and pull down. On your inhale, lift your heart, lift your nose. And on your exhale, drop your chin. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're adding on. Unslip the hands. Inhale up. Grab your left wrist, exhale over. Inhale to the sky, grab your right wrist, exhale over. Notice the breath does so much of the work. Take a breath and reach high. On your exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Here's where we add on. Inhale, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the nose. On your exhale, bend your knees and float over your legs. Hands can stay at the sacrum, or they might begin to lift up towards the sky. You know your body, you know your shoulders. Stay for a breath or two. If your hands are in the sky, return them to the low back and peel the body up to stand. We're going to try that little short sequence one more time following our breath. Unslip the basket. Inhale to the sky. Grab your left wrist, exhale, pull to the right. Inhale to the sky, grab your right wrist, exhale, pull up. Inhale to the sky, exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your heart. Lift your nose on your inhale. And on your exhale, spill over your legs. Maybe the hands rise to the sky. Maybe they don't. Leo came to practice. I told you day one, he would be visiting us. Unslip your hands. Stay in the forward fold. Let your arms just drape down. Tuck your chin. Feel that spaciousness in the neck. Take a halfway lift here. That number 7 shape we found in day one. We return here. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Plant your hands on the mat. Step both feet all the way back to a push-up position. Just stay for one breath. You can do it on your toes. Drop your knees, and we're going to find child's pose, Leo. We're going to find child's pose. So bring your tailbone to your heels, knees bend, belly's on the thighs. Reach your arms in front and just settle in. Fantastic. Let's rise up. Come to all fours. If you need some extra padding underneath your knees for whatever reason, you can just take that bottom edge of your mat and fold it up to come a double layer, or you can use a blanket. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tops of the feet are going to be on the mat, okay? We're just going to come into some basic cat and cows. I got a cat with me. This crazy cat never pays attention to me, except when I come out here. All right, lift your nose, press your heart forward. We're going to stay in this cow pose. The belly should be heavy. That's why it's called this posture. So just let the belly sag a little bit. Push the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades. Take a breath here. On your exhale, reverse that shape. Tuck the tail, arch the spine like a cat in the morning. Tuck your chin. And imagine that big arch and the separation of your shoulder blades. Let's find a little linking with our breath here. Inhale, belly drops, heart goes forward, nose rises. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Take 3 of those on your own, just finding that rhythm of your breath. It's a beautiful little sequence to come to begin this day, leading with our hearts. Rounding the spine, bringing all that goodness back to us. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your nose. Exhale, round over. We're going to come to a neutral spine tabletop. Our first down dog, we're going to tuck our toes. And first of all, just get that stretch for the bottom of the feet. Sometimes we forget how important those little feet are. Take a breath in. On your exhale, hips are going to go up to the sky. You've made a shape of an upside down V with your body. Let's talk a little bit about down dog. Feet ideally are hip distance. So many people bring the toes to touch, and that's really not ideal for the pose. So bring your feet hip distance or maybe even a little bit wider. And then imagine your heart is going towards your thighs. Chin is tucked, eyes are at your toes. And then you're pressing the mat away from you with the palms as you press your heels down. There's nothing magical happens if the heels touch. So that's not the ideal. It's not a goal. It's just a direction. We're going to come into a little sequence here. On your inhale, drop your knees back to tabletop. On your exhale, find child's pose. Hips drop to the heels. On your inhale, find tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep going. Drop your knees. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Hips to heels. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog to stay. Take your eyes towards the top of your mat and begin to walk your feet slowly, baby steps until you reach the top of your mat. Separate your feet wide. You can either slip your hands underneath your toes Or you can take peace fingers, the first two fingers, slip them between toe 1 and 2, press your thumb onto the toenail. This is called gorilla. We're going to play a little bit with lengthening. Take a halfway lift-ish, straighten your spine, and then exhale, pull the torso towards the thighs. Knees can be bent here. Inhale, halfway lift or just rise. Exhale, pull, pull, and pull. You should feel a stretch in the hamstrings and the glute attachment. One more. Exhale, pull. Unslip the hands, unhook the fingers. Inhale to rise. Feet are nice and wide. When you get to the top, exhale, turn the palms, close your eyes. A variation of mountain pose with our feet wider than our hips. We're going to come into a nice twist here. Reach the arms to the sky on your inhale. On your exhale, you're going to turn to the right, reach your right arm behind you. Try to keep your hips square to the front. So we're really rotating through the thoracic spine, leaving the lumbar forward. Inhale back to center. We're going to exhale, turn left, keep the left hip forward. Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Really think about rotating the spine. It's a wonderful way to wake up the body in the morning, get that digestive tract going, get the energy going in the body. Beautiful. Come back and lower your arms, palms turn away, close your eyes. Let's play with a little balance work. We're going to walk the feet in, hip distance. Close your eyes just for a moment. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly. Feel the heart beating, feel the air inside your body as it inflates that balloon we talked about day one. And just know that you are perfect in your body. There is not any achievement or award for standing on one leg. We're just simply looking for sensation and looking for where our thoughts go in a particular shape. So give yourself permission to be who you are, as you are, where you are. And then lower your hands. We're going to shift the weight into our left foot. Find something to look at on the floor. Maybe there's a little dust bunny or a little grain on the wood floor in front of you. Just take your eyes there. Shifting all of the weight into the left leg. We're really going to root down into the left leg, and the right knee is going to float up. You might hear a lot of background noise. Whoa, background noise coming from the outside space. And sometimes I can have this annoyance. So when you're just standing here, right leg is lifted with the distraction, or I can tune into there will always be external chaos, distraction, opinions, noise. And will I choose to focus my attention on the leaf blower outside that's causing my dog to bark? Or can I tune into the strong left leg that is supporting me as I'm just standing here, standing on my left leg? Take a breath. Return the right foot to the floor, close your eyes. Super important to kind of close the eyes, recheck in with the body between balance. We're going to shift the weight to the right foot this time. Find a different thing to look at. And the left knee floats up, okay? If you find yourself wobbling, my recommendation would be to go to one of the four walls that surround you and hold on to the wall, because then you're teaching the body and the brain what you would like to do. If you are wobbling and fighting against that current of balance, that is what you're teaching your brain. So use the tools around you. Walls are perfect. Take a breath. Return the left foot to the ground, close your eyes. We're going to add on to this. Open your eyes, find a different thing to look at. Shift the weight to the strong left leg again. We're back to the left side. Right knee lifts, hold here. Tee out your arms, okay? Use the wall if you need to. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to start to shift it behind us. But we're not coming forward parallel to the floor. We're leaving our heart lifted in a beautiful variation of airplane. We're going to draw the heart forward, lift the nose, take a breath, return the right foot to the ground, close your eyes. Simple, yet so powerful. Shift to the right leg. Left knee lifts. always be distraction and noise around us. What do we choose to pay attention to? Arms sweep out. Left foot shifts back. We're in airplane, left side. Lead with your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Take a breath. Return the left foot. Close your eyes. Powerful tools that work the brain, that work the balance, but also, what do we do with it? Okay, what do we do with it? Circle your arms to the sky. Let's go back to where we began. Grab your left wrist, pull it to the right, and exhale. Inhale back to the sky, grab your right wrist, exhale, pull. Inhale back to the sky, circle your arms behind to make the basket. Inhale, squeeze your heart forward. Exhale, spill over your legs. Should feel different than the first one. Unslip your hands, come into a forward fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale, we're putting it all together. Exhale, fold, feet step back to plank pose. Hold here for a full breath cycle. Drop your knees and find child's pose. One full breath cycle and then we flow. Inhale to rise to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale to table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift the gaze. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet wide. Grab the bottoms of your feet or your toes. Take a halfway lift-ish. Exhale, pull, pull, and pull. Unslip the hands. Inhale to rise. Feet are wide. Get to the very top. Drop your shoulders. Exhale. Turn the palms. Circle the arms. Inhale. We're twisting to the right. Exhale. Open up. Keep the hips square to the front. Feel the upper spine move. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Turn left. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Arms circle down. We step the feet closer together underneath the hips. Find something to look at. Shift into the left leg. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, return it. Shift to the weight. Breathe. Next inhale, left knee lifts. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, bring the left knee through. Exhale, return everything and close your eyes. We're coming down to the floor. Inhale, circle on up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, have a baby squat, and come on down to your bum. Bring your feet together like a butterfly. We played with this yesterday, day 2, the butterfly. Go ahead and flutter your wings a little bit. Get into the hip joint. Take a breath. Hands are on the calves or the ankles. Bend the elbows. Hinge forward slightly. You're going to feel a nice, not a pull, but a nice stretch through the back. If it's too much, just stay upright. Close your knees and roll on to your back. Squeeze the knees into your chest. Okay, so we had a beautiful combo practice today of just waking up the body in a gentle way, playing with a little bit of balance, exploring where our mind goes. Open your knees wide, feel the spine fully connect to the floor. You can keep your knees wide with your hands on top of your knees. You can grab the ankles or the soles of your feet, come into that happy baby shape. Spine is flat. And we're going to slowly lower the feet to the mat. Soles of the feet are going to come together like the pages of the book that we were just at in Butterfly. This is my sort of favorite variation of Butterfly. I like to be on my back. I think it's less pressure on my back, less pressure on my hips, but I'm getting a nice inner thigh stretch. Take one more breath here. We're going to close with a beautiful flowing bridge. Bring your knees up to the sky. Walk your heels close to your cheeks, okay? So arms come down by your side. You should be able to tap your fingers onto your heels. That's a nice kind of knowing where your alignment is. We're going to play with bridge here just for a few flows. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms overhead. And then exhale, reach behind. We're just going to start with the arms first. Inhale, arms go high to the sky. Exhale, arms float to the mat, like palms connect. Do that one more time. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, backs of the hands reach behind you. It's a great morning stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. We're going to add hips now. On the inhale, we're going to lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, arms reach back, hips stay high. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, everything lowers. Let's try that again. Inhale, hips and arms rise. Exhale, arms reach back. Inhale, lift higher as the arms float up. Exhale, arms and hips lower. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, hips rise, arms rise. Exhale, reach behind you. Squeeze the buns. Inhale, lift higher. Bring the hands up. And exhale, peel the body back down. Hug the knees into the chest, tee out the arms. You can decide palms face up, palms face down, doesn't matter. Take a breath in and drop your knees to the left. Close your eyes, feel the spine rotate. Supine twists or twists on our back are just so delicious in the morning. Take a breath, bring your knees back up. Exhale, knees to the right. Squeeze the body. Knees are going to rise back up. Give yourself a final squeeze here. Sometimes we want to hurry through the final pose. I am guilty. I get to the final pose and my mind becomes flooded with everything that I need to do. And therefore I just jump up. So I'm going to invite all of us to stay, even despite the leaf blower, the dog barking, the traffic, whatever your own version of chaos is in your environment. Find your final pose. Today I'm going to stay with my supine butterfly. So the soles of my feet are coming together. My knees are right. I love to have my hands connected to my body. To me, it's very grounding. It's very securing. It feels safe. Feel a sense of well-being. And I feel the rhythm of my aliveness. Take a long breath in, drift your eyes closed. And empty the breath. This month of August, we are focusing on the abundance in our life, the good, the not so good. We all have abundance of something, abundance of love, abundance of worry, abundance of flowers, abundance of color, abundance of stress, an abundance in our breath, a fullness to our day that waits. And for right now, we simply acknowledge all that we have. When we tune that awareness in, just a layer to all that we are, all that makes up this body of ours, the tissue, the cells, the bones, the muscles. And we go in another layer in the abundance of who we are in spirit, in love, in light, in laughter, in how we serve and how we give, how we show up in the world through our craft and our passion. And in that acknowledgement of who we are, we acknowledge all that we give. our family, our friends, our community. And we acknowledge the greatness of who we are, the abundance of who we are. It's impossible to play small. You can stay in the shape. We made it about a minute. And day 3 is complete. So thank you so much for showing up, for popping in, and I will see you soon.